Why do we learn what we learn? So last week I put a clip out about the cost of international schools here in Thailand, and I even built a calculator to show you what international schools would cost here. It's extraordinarily expensive, especially here in Thailand. So $500,000 for my child's education from kindergarten through to year 12. And that journey led me to build something which brought a tear to my eye this past week. Have a look at this. So all I need to do is this. I'm a Chinese speaker and I'm learning Thai now and understand Chinese tones well, but want to see the relationship between Chinese tones and Thai tones. Write me a lesson. Bang. That is. Why do we learn what we learn? This past week, I had a eureka moment with something that I've been building, and many of you know I've been building for the past almost a year now, and it blew my mind thinking of why I learn what I learn and the possibilities of what we as a species will do as we move into the future on how learning happens. So last week I put a clip out about the cost of international schools here in Thailand, and I even built a calculator to show you what international schools would cost here, how much the additional fees are, and the whole system that's there that's designed to basically control education. And it's extraordinarily expensive, especially here in Thailand. So $500,000 for my child's education from kindergarten through to year 12 if we want them to be in one of the good international schools here in Bangkok. And what do they learn? So coming back to that question, why do we learn what we learn? We have different reasons for it. Sometimes it's because what the education system mandates if they want to have these opportunities in life. So we learn those syllabuses that the schools, the university put forward to us. Other times we learn what we learn if we want to learn how to do something. It's because that's the only course that was available. They're the books that were available. And so we learn those things that the people who put the books together taught us, and the only way that they knew how to teach us. But not everybody's the same. People start with different backgrounds. People have different background-based knowledge. Supposing you're coming from another country that speaks a language that's related to the target language, and another person is in that same classroom that has no idea of that target language, well, they're going to learn in a different way. Now, I'm just talking about language here, but this is applicable to every other subject. So rather than just complaining about it, saying, oh, the whole education system is terrible, I did something about it. And the reason why I had this eureka moment this past week is because it's finally paid off. Now, many people here know the tools that I've been building here originally for language, but I started to break out of language tools. So it started off with this multilingual word spacer because a lot of people complain when they type in Thai, there are no spaces. And so I built a tool that you could type in Thai or actually put more than 30 languages in here. So other languages that don't have spaces, and it will space it for you. And not only that, you can actually look at those words then in different fonts, strange fonts that you might not learn in other places. You can practice writing those words. It's directly attached to another tool, the Sketchpad, and you can save those. You can read those in different fonts and practice writing in different styles, and say for Thai, even common Lana scripts. And then you can even hear the words, clicking through to Google, see the translation. So that's just in one tool here. It can be used for a bunch of stuff. And even that school fee calculator that I built the other day is a tool. And so when I say it's a tool, what does that actually mean? Well, this gets to the heart of it. These tools were a necessary evil for me to be able to then go to the next phase of what I'm building. Over the past couple of years, I've been facing a dilemma. I have literally over 1,500 lessons in my jacademy.com on Thai, on Chinese, on tones, on all these different things. Over 1,500 lessons. That's a lot. I have almost 1,000 YouTube clips out there. I think it's probably around that. I have all of those transcripts. I have blog posts on language with actually really good content that goes all the way back to 2005. That's crazy, but there's some really good stuff in there. And my dilemma is, if I wanted to make sense of all of that, how do I do it? There's so much valuable stuff in there. How, when somebody comes into my site, can they have a good learning experience that doesn't scare the crap out of them with so much content that I've got out there to throw at them? And if you just throw at them, they're going to say, no, that's enough for me, and walk away. That's the last thing I want to do. So I've been in a dilemma. How do I turn thousands of lessons and text, and even my book, Cracking Thai Fundamentals? If you don't have a copy, get a copy. You can click on the link below. But how do I put that into some coherent manner that people can really benefit from? And that journey led me to build something which brought a tear to my eye this past week. Have a look at this. So all I need to do is this. I'm a Chinese speaker and I'm learning Thai now and understand Chinese tones well, but want to see the relationship between Chinese tones and Thai tones. Write me a lesson. Bang. That is crazy. So what has just happened there is my system knows everything I've ever written, everything I've ever said, every YouTube clip that I've ever done, all of the URLs to those, all of those transcripts. It's got all of the content of my book and my blog post and everything throughout my history, as well as the entire knowledge of the internet and the history of man that's there in these LLMs that we have out there. And not only that, I've taught it to use these tools the way that I would use these tools. You can see here that I've trained it as though it were me. So if it hears a certain thing or there's a certain question asked, it will look at the way that I would coach that. It would look at what tools I would use. And I have thousands and thousands of lines of how these tools would be used. So when they get a question, it can actually grab the tools that I've built, ones that I've built now and ones in the future, and apply them in exactly the same way that I would. However, now they have all of the knowledge on the internet as well to put into that as well. And it has built me a lesson. Now, normally a lesson is part of a course, but it's built me this lesson. You can see this in here. And this lesson is mapping Thai tones and Chinese tones. It's grabbed a video and it's put there as the main video. You can hide the video if you want. You can open it. You can play it.
What on earth is the difference between a dead and an alive?
You can hide it while it's playing if you want to go in. But if you have a look at these two zones here, I have your content zone. So this is the content zone that's teaching you, and you have your toolbox zone. And so in this toolbox zone, you can actually, so it's got a Gedney box here, so you can look at the tones of Thai there. But what you can also do in this toolbox zone, you can put any tool that you want in there. Now, this is the cool thing. What I've built into my system as well is you could actually go, supposing, I don't know why you'd want it, but supposing I wanted to put an abacus into that tool. Supposing I wanted this very abacus with this number, Sancha, I can put it into English there. Watch this. I've put this button down here. And now if I were a course author and I wanted this tool in there, I can just drop it into my toolkit on this side. Bang, I've got an abacus there. I can put it into tabs. That abacus that we just saw there is now usable in this, and you can put this in any form. So I can use the abacus as a teaching tool, teaching kids to recognize numbers, teaching kids to do arithmetic, whatever way I want it, in whatever form. My system, either a teacher authoring a course or AI authoring the course, understanding who the learner is, what they know, what they don't know, they can generate a customized lesson targeted right at that student. Now, it's not just one lesson. You can see here, you've got courses. And so this is how to use tone boxes. I've just been playing around, building out courses to teach people to use my tools. And so start learning, and you can see the lessons there. And this is this lesson here, teaching how to use tone boxes, what they are, etc. And you've got all of these tools up here. There's the things. Let me see the words of these tones. So this is fully interactive. And have a look at this. If it goes into mobile version, in mobile version, to save space, you can see that you've still got the video there, but rather than taking up good real estate, you can switch between your content side and your toolbox side. And so you can still learn from these things here. And you can put any tool that you wanted, a dictionary, a writing pad, anything. I've got tons of tools there, and this is just for language. But let me just now come back to that original question. Why do we learn what we learn? We usually learn it because that's all there's been, and that's what other people have told us that we have to learn. But now I've built a system here that will know everything that you already know, everything that you don't know to learn a certain thing, and then understanding that you have a learning outcome. It can generate lessons and courses on the fly with examples that are relevant to you using all of these tools targeted straight at you. And not only that, every single tool that you see here, whether it's this video here, or it's these tone boxes, or it's this multi-syllable one, every single thing that you see in here, I've built what's almost like a communication network between them. I called it a tool bus, but basically everything on these pages in every course communicates with each other. So every tool can actually know what every other tool is doing, and you can use that input and output to trigger other things in lessons. You can see how somebody's learning is going. You can see if they're listening to words and getting the tones wrong. You might then start generating content to focus in on those weaker issues. That's just for language. But in math, you might be able to see that a kid is having problems with subtraction. And so then you can start, without them realizing that this is being generated on the fly, generating lessons that are targeting that weak spot to bring them up to the spot that you're expecting them to reach the learning outcome that maybe that outcome is the outcome for everybody. So coming back to the question, why do we learn what we learn? We learn it because in the past, everything has had to be in this rigid state. I believe that the concept of courses as we know it, so you have a set course with set learning things that you do each week, that is going to be a thing of the past. What I've built here is more like a dynamic learning system using highly interactive tools. And the way that it is in the future, I even plan it, if a tool isn't available, technically it could even spin up a tool to address a certain issue and then pipe it into the lesson on the fly. So tools will be generated that we don't even know about in order to help a learner achieve their outcome. I've built the entire infrastructure to enable that. And while here you see it's for language, this system works for anything. It works for maths. It could be in corporate training. It could be training on internal systems, ERP systems. It could be used in universities or schools for anything. The way that we as humans get knowledge and skills in the future is very different. The role of teachers is going to be very different. If you're a teacher, your role is going to be more listening to see what this is telling you they need. And because you're an expert, well, then you can coach them. But it will be giving you all the stuff that you need to coach them so they can become good at it. You won't have to author this stuff anymore. You could, but you would be authoring more a guide to what should be taught, but then maybe even better lessons will be generated. You don't have to wait for it though. This is already built. I'm super excited to see where this is taking. I'm going to start it off with all of my content, but I really want to grow it out. I don't think it's my content that's the powerful thing here. It's the overall system and what it does for learning. So stay tuned. You'll see over the coming months, all the content from J Academy will start to move across here. And rather than learning courses, you'll be learning from prompts, and your learning will adapt to you based on everything. And coming in and seeing so much content will not be an overwhelming experience. It will be a very simple experience, but that content will have the same power that it's already had, but just in a much more targeted manner. Will international schools be able to justify charging these fees in the future, given that the whole learning paradigm is shifting? Let's wait and see. I'm Stuart J. Raj. I'll see you on the other side.